Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Dini bin Sakban and thank you for taking your time to join me and my group today. We are here to discuss the issue on chapter 5. Okay, for our first point is the issue some employees in Malaysia still working longer than required hours. Okay, this issue is fall under Labour Rights and Employee Welfare. Malaysian labour rules such as the Employment Act 1955 specify the number of hours employee can work, including overtime limits. Employees who work more than the required number of hours without being compensated or following legal rules may be in violation of labour regulation. Okay, for our next issue is incorrect data input on creditor or debtor account. This issue is due to financial mismanagement or accounting problem. When inaccurate data is entered into creditor or debtor account, it can cause substantial problem with financial reporting, transaction and corporate record. Okay, talking about the first point, some employee in Malaysia still working longer than required hours, right? Okay, now we want to know what the positive impact on the employee. Okay, there are two positive impact on the employee. The first one is higher earning. Assuming the employer is paying for long hours is a surefire way to significantly boost your paycheck. Okay, in this model, each extra hour work directly translated to more money for the employee, which is the primary advantage to working overtime. Additionally, taking on extra hours can provide the opportunity to earn more day off, as many companies offer time off in exchange for overtime work. Okay, for the next positive impact is skill development. Staying late is a clear sign of dedication and hard work. An employer highly appreciate the flexibility shown by those who put in extra hours. Moreover, working long hours present a unique opportunity to sharpen your skill and gain valuable experience. It's not just about how long you have been in the industry or held a position, but how your expertise can drive the company forward. Okay, over time can accelerate your growth, condensing years of experience into a much shorter period.
Moving into the next point, which is the positive impact on organisation. Based on issue, some employee in Malaysia still working longer than required hours. The positive impact is it will increase the productivity of the company. In many jobs, there's a direct connection between the work done and the result achieved. A smart manager doesn't care if the job was finished an hour before the deadline or even a week ahead, as long as it's delivered on time. With that in mind, working longer hours means more work gets done, and it's aligned perfectly with the natural instinct of worker to be more productive. Company highly value employees who consistently deliver what the client needs. By putting in overtime, you're not just increasing your output but also enhancing your value within the organization, strengthening your job security and also elevating your overall performance. With employee working beyond their required hours, the organization can boost its overall productivity, meet urgent deadlines, and handle large workloads efficiently. So, moving into the next point, which is the positive impact on employee, but with different issue, which is incorrect data input on creditor or debtor account. This consists of two positive impact, which is increased awareness and learn from mistake. In increased awareness, after identifying the error, employee may become more conscious when handling the data. It will lead to personal growth in precision and responsibility in their work. They also may give a feedback about payroll process, as this can help uncovering recurring issue and area needing for improvement. For example, doing a survey or suggestion box. So for the second positive impact, which is learn from mistake, by correcting incorrect data, it can provide an employee with an opportunity to learn from their mistake. For example, employee can create clear and direct communication channel between employee and the payroll team. Foster a supportive environment where employees feel comfortable asking a question about their pay. This can lead to better decision making and improve performance in future tasks. For the last positive impact, which is for organization, on issue incorrect data input on creditor or debtor account. It consists of two positive impact, which is improved system and process and also better training programs. For improved system, the incorrect data input may reveal flaw or weakness in the organization data management system or workflows. By identifying this issue, it can provide the organization with the opportunity to improve process and implement better control. The company could conduct a regular audit. This because regular payroll audits can help spot the fixed error before they affect the employees. For the second positive impact, which is the better training program, it will make sure your payroll team is well trained and up to date on the latest payroll practice and regulation. This can evolve into way, which is the first ongoing education. It will conduct regular workshop and course to keep their skills sharp. Investing in training demonstrate your commitment to professional growth and accuracy. And second way is to compliance training. It will offer specialization on legal requirement and best practice. Understanding compliance help avoid costly error and legal complications.
Okay, next we're going to the negative impact on employee about the issue of longer working hours. Longer working hours can lead to an increase of heart disease and stroke. This is because employees who put in extra hours may be more vulnerable to heart disease and stroke. This is because, according to a study from WHO, World Health Organization, more than 300 people and plus have been suffered from illness and death from the stroke and heart disease. This is because they need to work at least 55 hours a week. And the number have been grown. Stroke number have been grown by 90% from 2016, and heart disease have been grown until 42% from 2000 and 2026. This is because the workers have been too much pressure in work. They need to work a longer hour, which means they cannot have a sufficient amount of rest. That will lead to this illness like heart disease and stroke. And the next thing is their work-life balance will be diminished. As it means is an unbalanced work-life equation result from employees who struggle to find their time for their hobby, personal life, or everything due to an overwhelming workload. This imbalance over time may cause them to become resentful, frustrated, then will affect their commitment to their work, which means their working hours will make them tired, exhausted, and they cannot do anything to make their work-life balance to be effective. So they need to work, and finally, it's about work and they cannot focus on themselves. Next, because of their work-life balance has been diminished, it will be lead into a negative impact to the employees. The negative impact is physical and mental health issue. This is because an employee physical and mental well-being might be negatively impacted by an excessive workload. Stress, anxiety, or even depression can result from extended working hours and ongoing pressure. Moreover, a decrease in overall health occur headaches, when headache, lack of sleep, and other stress-related illness become more common. And because of their physical and mental health have been affected, it will be lead to the next negative impact. It can be elevated risk of obesity. Yes, obesity. Obesity is not just coming from the uncontrollable eating food, but it also caused by the physical and mental health issue, because the workers need to working late every day, and which means they have no time for exercise. Employees who constantly put in extra hours at work find themselves too tired when they are coming home, so they can do any exercise even for about half hour a day, and thus they do not have any time or energy to do so, because when they are coming back from work, their body feel too exhausted to do exercise even for 30 minutes. So regular exercise can improve both the mental and physical of the employee, but it also can improve productivity and focus in work. Next, we are going to the negative impact on organization about the issue of longer working hour. A longer working hour will affect a company by their productivity will be decreased. How it can be? Ironically, a workforce that is overwhelmed will be make the worker to be less productive. Overwhelmed employees may find it difficult to concentrate, prioritize, and even set up their mind for their work, and they cannot properly manage their time. Their work consequently become a lot of worse than usual, which can affect output and reduce productivity, as it will end up affecting the company as a whole. And because of the decreased productivity, it will lead to the second impact, which is reduced creativity and innovation among the workers. It is because the innovative approach and fresh concept frequently arise from relaxed, well-rested mind. And however, employee capacity for creative thinking and creating a new solution is diminished when their work is overwhelmed and they are overworked, and it will affect a company or organization in the long-term growth and competitiveness, and they also will be affected to the company innovation. This is because the workers cannot think properly to solve anything or to make a new creative or anything innovation, because their mind are not relaxed. Like I say, employee need to relax and well-rested mind, but because they have too much pressure in work, their mind cannot think with they cannot think good because of the stress and pressure from the work. And the next issue will be leading to a quality issue and mistake, same as the last negative impact. Employees who are overworked may rush through their work. They want to do their work in fast, which could result in errors and lower quality. Inadequate task completion can damage the company reputation and lose client confidence and trust, which will have a negative impact on overall business performance. This is because the employees cannot do their work properly. They want to rush everything as soon as the work is done. That is on their mind. So they want to make anything to complete with faster and to get rest. And lastly, it will be impact to the company about the increased absenteeism and employee turnover. And unsustainable stress at work may cause individual or employee to seek relief from the intense stress, which can result in a rise of absenteeism. Moreover, a major factor in employee turnover is heavy workload. Overwork and under-efficient employees may likely to quit and start to look for work at anywhere else, which will lead to the increase of organization expenses to hiring and training new staff member. So, as an employee, when their environment or workforce is too much pressure, they will seek help, and they will quit their work, and they will find a new place to work because they cannot do that anymore, and that will lead the employee to absent and the employee to quit. So because of the long working hours.
Now, I, Muhammad Aiman bin Kamsul Hadi, will be discussing the negative impacts on incorrect data input on creditor or debtor accounts in Malaysia, focusing on both employees and organizations. We will explore how such errors can affect individual employees as well as the overall performance and reputation of the organization. Let's talk about the negative impacts on the employees. First, the employees will get increased workload, like when errors are made in data entry, employees must spend additional time identifying and correcting these inaccuracies. This often leads to an accumulation of tasks and backlog of work. Employees may need to work extra hours or shift their focus from other important duties, leading to increased stress and potential burnout over time. Secondly is the risk of miscommunication. Incorrect data can cause significant misunderstanding both internally and externally. For instance, if a debtor's payment history is inaccurately recorded, it could lead to inappropriate collection actions or disputes with clients. Employees are then left to navigate these difficult situations, which can damage their professional relationships and reduce their confidence in handling client communications. Next is the employee performance evaluation. Frequent errors can impact how employees are evaluated. If data inaccuracy results in financial discrepancy or customer complaints, employees might be perceived as less competent, even if the errors were beyond their control. This can affect their career growth and overall motivation, as they might feel their efforts are not being fairly recognized. Now, we move on to the negative impacts on organizations. The financial loss, like incorrect data entries, can directly affect an organization's financial health. Mistakes in billing or payment records can lead to overpayments, underpayments, or delayed payments. Such errors not only cause immediate financial losses but also create additional costs related to resolving disputes, further impacting the company's profitability. Secondly is the reputation damage. A company reputation is built on trust and reliability. Frequent data errors can undermine this trust, especially if clients or vendors experience issues like incorrect billing or late payments. Once the organization's reputation is damaged, it can be challenging to regain client confidence, affecting both current business relationships and future opportunities. Third is the legal implications. Maintaining accurate financial records is not just a good practice, it's a legal requirement. Errors in these records can lead to compliance issues and even legal action from regulatory bodies. Additionally, inaccuracy can complicate audits or financial reviews, putting the organization at risk for penalties and legal disputes, which could have long-lasting financial and reputational consequences.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Amran Fikri bin Muhammad Fahmi. I'm from JIPA 1B. I will explain about the solution regarding this issue of overworking employees in Malaysia. Despite having a labor loss, some employees in Malaysia may be working over the required hours, and this can affect their well-being and health. So, what is the solution that we as company can do? First, compliance with labor laws and overtime monitoring. Company can need to ensure strict adherence to the Malaysia Employment Act, which regulates working hours and overtime. And second, we can implement a time tracking system to monitor and limit overtime. So how do we implement those steps? Company can use software like Toggle or Hubstaff to track employee hours and overtime automatically. And second, regularly review employee work hours to ensure compliance with the maximum allowable limits. This method ensures legal compliance prevent burnouts, and improve employee well-being. Okay, for the second issue, we have inaccurate data entry into creditor or debtor accounts. So, how do we find a solution for this issue? Okay, we can create a periodic audits and real-time financial monitoring. Company can conduct regular internal and external financial audits and implement real-time monitoring and of financial transaction to catch errors early. Okay, so how do we make this possible? Company need to establish quarterly financial audits to review creditor and debtor account data, identifying and areas for improvement. And companies can also utilize real-time financial dashboard to monitor key metrics like cash flow, outstanding debt, and receivables. These tools offer immediate insight and can alert management to potential issues. So, regular audits can maintain financial accuracy and provide management with early warnings of potential problems, reducing long-term risk.
And now we reach to the conclusion. In conclusion, both issues highlight the importance of regulatory compliance and systemic process in maintaining employee welfare and organizational stability. For the first issues, when employees work longer than required hours, the Malaysian Employment Act 1955 clearly outlines the legal limit on working hours and overtime. While extended work hours can lead to higher earnings and skill development, they also can pose significant risks such as health problems, reduced productivity, and a negative impact on work-life balance. Organizations must strictly adhere to labor laws and implement time-tracking systems to ensure legal compliance, prevent burnout, and support employee well-being. For the second issue, incorrect data input in creditor or debtor accounts can result in financial mismanagement, causing significant disruptions to financial reporting and organizational records. Positive outcomes, such as increased employee awareness and improved systems, can emerge from addressing these errors. However, the negative impacts, including increased workload, risk of miscommunication, and potential financial loss, necessitate implementing regular financial audits and real-time monitoring. This approach will help identify and correct errors early, thereby minimizing long-term risks. Ultimately, both issues underline the need for effective management practice to ensure a productive and healthy workplace. That's all for the end of our group presentation from Group 5.